I'm really happy that the range is open, but I picked probably the worst day to come out here and try and zero 308. It is really, really windy. But if I'm going to reach out and touch something, I've got to make sure that this thing is zeroed first. I've got the new scope on here. It's the Vortex Viper PST 3 to 15 by 44 first focal plane. I'll do a separate review on this, but I got to get it zeroed, and I'm really looking forward to reaching out and touch something. So let's shoot. I've shot this bad boy for function and then with a scope that wasn't zeroed, but now this is what's going to live on here. I'm hoping to get out to about 600 or 700 yards with this scope. We'll have to see. I'm going to start with 100, make sure I can make my MOA groupings, and then we'll start pushing out the distance. So we're starting with 100. One of the nice things about having a high-powered scope is you can see a lot better. So this is almost triple the magnification as the previous one. So I can see that that was way low, but we're going to shoot a couple more. All right, this was 1 and 2, and then that was 3. I'm going to bring it up. I think that was a flyer, so I'm just going to bring it up a bunch and go from there. Made some up adjustments. Let's shoot some more. First shot was right over the bullseye, and then the second 2 were off to the right. So that was 1, 2, 3, and that was 4, 5, 6. That was a good shot. These were way off to the right, but so was this one. So I need to shoot some more and see if it's really a left to right or if it's me. I'm going to shoot 3 more and see if the left to right is consistent, or I don't even know if you can hear me or not. All right, 3 more shots, definitely to the right. A lot better, but I don't remember which shot is which. Definitely closer on the center than out here. I'm going to throw some of the variability towards the wind, and this whole series is going to be a learning process. I am definitely going to be learning as I go. I know I'm going to get comments saying you shouldn't zero in wind like this, but I don't have a choice right now. We're back at the house. I filmed that footage a couple of weeks ago when the range opened back up, and it was super windy that day, and I said that my accuracy was affected by the wind, and that's partially true. I mean, I was actually thinking about scrapping all that footage and going and reshooting it, but I didn't want to do that because this channel, it's raw. I mean, I never ever claimed to be a perfect shooter. I never even claimed to be a good shooter. You know, when you start right at the bottom, well, I'm just a little bit above the bottom, and that's what I claim to be. So I'm learning, I'm getting better. At the last Patriot Games, we had to do a 205-pound deadlift walk. So we had to pick up a bar with 205 pounds total. We had to walk in increments, go and shoot, and I shot 37 for 40 from 20 yards with my X5 Legion, and that is really good shooting for me. So something that I wasn't able to do at the beginning of this channel, I'm starting to be able to, and you can see it in my accuracy, and that was one example of how well I have progressed. I still not even at the midpoint yet, being a good shooter. I think I'm getting better, but I'm not a good shooter, not yet. I don't think so. So I was thinking about scrapping the footage, and then I decided against it because I want this to be as real as possible. I am starting at the bottom, maybe right above the bottom, and we're gonna shoot from 0. I'm not gonna shoot a 0. I'm gonna shoot from 100 yards, and then we're gonna go all the way out to a mile. I have the ability, the capability to shoot a mile here locally in town, and I really want to do it. I mean, it's a goal, and it's not going to happen overnight, and it's going to take some time. You're going to say that, Andrew, you're not going to be able to shoot a mile with a 308, and you know what? You're right. I know that. But I'd already had this one built, so we're starting. This is the groundwork. I'm going to learn the fundamentals. I'm going to learn ballistics. I'm going to learn how to track wind and all that stuff. So, and then I already have another one almost done. I need a scope, a bipod, and a muzzle device, and then that 6.5 Creedmoor will be done as well. So we're going to take this one out as far as we can. I'm thinking maybe 600, 700, 800 yards, and then once we max this out, we're going to hopefully be done with the 6.5 Creedmoor, and then we'll be able to take that one, we'll be able to max that one out wherever it may be, and then at that point I should be better, and I'll be hopefully building a bolt gun in, I don't know what caliber I'm going to do it yet, I'm not sure, but the final will be taking me out to a mile. So this one is the beginning, the 6.5 Creedmoor AR-10, excuse me, will be the middle, and then the bolt gun will take me all the way to a mile. So that's the plan for this series. We started it just at 100 yards. And I said that the wind was affecting my accuracy, which is partially true. A lot of it has to do with me. I'm not the best shooter, as I mentioned, and you know, the targets were swaying in the wind. They were moving back and forth and swaying because it's only a 1x2 in the base, and so you know they were swaying. And I don't know, you know, there's a bunch of math involved. You can find arcs and distance traveled around a circle and stuff like that, and I could figure out how much distance that target moved while it was swaying, but I really don't care. I did pretty well overall once I had it roughly zeroed in, and then I only fired about 40 rounds, and then I got this out the other day. We were prone, and we shot about 20 rounds, and we hit the steel just about each time. So definitely making progress. The next video will probably be me going out to 200 yards, and I know that this is stuff that people do all the time, but we're gonna, you know, this is a series. We're gonna start learning ballistics, we're gonna start learning windage and elevation and stuff like that, and we're gonna take this to 200 yards because in the last Patriot games, again, we shot from 200 yards. I had a holographic sight with a 3x magnifier, and I hit 0 out of 10 shots with the AR-15, but I had never done that before with that optic setup. So I want to practice that. I'm going to practice this out to 200 yards, and then hopefully by the time we get all the way out to a mile, I've got a pretty dope bolt action set or rifle setup, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's going to do it for this one. Like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. I hope you stick around for this ride, my quest for a mile. We'll see you in the next video.